Good morning, day 170. Well, today it's very cool, just in the low 60s, and we were in the upper 80s, so this is the weather here. It's all over the place. But we did have a nice rain, which should make my plants very happy outside. So I've been thinking a lot about things I have to take care of, which sometimes, well, actually a lot of times, makes the things that I really want to do take a back seat. So I guess at some point in everybody's life, they have, and probably several times in your life, you have situations where you have to reassess and look at what's really, really important, where you want to go in the future, what you want to let go of from the past, and it's really almost overwhelming just thinking about all that. So again, we're at the eat the elephant stage. I think the first order of business is letting go of some things. And I have a lot of houseplants. A lot. And of course they need to be watered and fed and all that. And I'm really starting to rethink the number of plants that I have and what I want to maintain. So I was thinking that maybe I could donate some of my plants to nursing homes, because the people there, they don't have too much to take care of, and maybe a plant would be a nice thing for them to have. And it's not so much an issue in the winter, but in the summer, when I have all the outside things that I need to take care of, sometimes it becomes an issue. So I have to rethink that. And this fall, late fall, I want to start growing edibles in the house. So that's going to mean even more plants to take care of. So I'm thinking maybe some of my house plants need to find a new home. I don't know, I have to think about that. It looks nice and it feels nice, but it's getting to be a bit much. So anyway, another thing that of course I'm wanting to let go of are the multitudes of clothes that I have. I've purged clothes every year. Every season I purge clothes, but I still have way too much. I can't even wear them all. Even if I lived to be 100, I probably couldn't wear all my clothes out. I don't want a minimalist wardrobe. That I don't want at all, like a capsule wardrobe, although that's pretty easy to maintain, and I get it. I get why people want to go towards minimalism. But I'm not there. But I do need to get busy and get rid of things. So even though I've been doing that for quite a while, I need to do even more and be more stringent about it. Okay, well, I got some ideas about videos that some of you would like to see, and I'll be back in a little while and we'll talk about that, as well as looking to see what's for breakfast. But I think you guys already know, if you watched yesterday's video, I'll probably have some of the tempeh bacon. All right, be back in a little bit. Cheers! Coffee time. Grab a cup and let's have a chat. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about taking on other people's stress. And I know some people are a little more prone to do that than others. And we all want to be good listeners. And sometimes when people are telling you their problems, they don't necessarily want you to fix their problem. They just want to talk about it. Now, if they ask you for advice, that's a different ball game. And I think you should offer it if they ask, but then don't get upset if they figure it out on their own and then, you get upset because they didn't take your suggestion. That's okay. They don't have to take your suggestion. Sometimes they just want different options, and a lot of times they already know what they need to do, but they're not doing it. But often what happens is their stress transfers on to you, and somehow in your head it becomes your problem. You keep thinking about what can you do, what can they do, and I know people in my life that complain about their issues, which I do the same thing, I do that too. But then the same thing just goes on and on and on. It just keeps droning on and nothing ever happens. And then you end up getting mad at that person because they continue to do what it is they're doing. Well, sometimes what we need to do is just change the subject, or, maybe say, oh, I'm sure you're smart enough, or you have the resources that you can figure it out. Now, I'm not talking about people that actually need your help. Children, the elderly, your pets, whatever. Those problems often do become your problems because they're not capable of doing it themselves anymore. But sometimes, especially with elderly people, including myself, the willingness of them to not change, or the unwillingness of them to not change, affects your life. So let's take, for example, I'll use me as an example. I'm an older person. I have joint issues and back issues, which a lot of people my age do. And I still like to garden. But I don't want to give that burden to my children and grandchildren just so that I can continue to garden. I don't want to do that. And I don't want the other elderly people in my family to give me that burden, their burden either. So you have to kind of draw a line somewhere and say, well, I don't think you can do this anymore. If you can figure out an easier way so that you can continue to do it, I will help you. But to continue doing whatever it is you're doing, let's say gardening, the way you've been doing it doesn't work anymore. And then let them figure out what they can do to change things, whether it's give it up or maybe do what I did. I required some help to make my garden more elderly friendly, but now I should be able to carry on. And it's the same way if you have a parent that doesn't want to change, and all the burden and honey-do lists get put on you just so that they can maintain things the way that they've always maintained them. Well, a lot of times that doesn't work for you, because you have a life and you're entitled to still live your life which should be your priority, and still help out your elderly parents or aunts and uncles or whoever the elderly person is in your life. And they need to understand, they may get mad at you, but they need to understand that things have changed and they can no longer do whatever it is they want to do and put that burden on you. So sometimes we just need to sit down with people and have a little bit of a conversation in a nice way and say, look, I see that this is getting very difficult for you. Can we think of some other things that you might want to do so that you can continue to do all the things that you love to do? Because I can see that things are getting to be a bit much for you. And that leads me to my next issue. My issue is my house is getting to be too much for me, and I need to change that. I cannot expect my children to come in and take care of my house, to come in and clean for me once a week, to maintain my garden. They have a life that they are entitled to live. And I have a responsibility to the people in my family and my friends that I need to change some of the things so that I can continue to do them or not continue to do them. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and not taking on other people's stress because they're unwilling to change. That's not a good thing for your health. And the people that are doing this to you need to realize that they need to make adjustments, just as we all do. That's why I think a lot of us that are older and even younger people, I mean, in our society, it's buy this, buy that. If you watch TV commercials, which I don't, I just fast forward because I record everything. But for 10 minutes, you're totally bombarded with things that you should buy. Food, clothes, medication, insurance policies, you name it. And it just goes on and on. So if you're watching a show, the show is maybe 40 minutes long, and the rest of it you're being bombarded with all this garbage that, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then we sit back, and if you're on a limited income, we get bummed out because, oh, I really want that, but I can't afford it. I can't buy it. Well, you don't need it. You know, unless it's something that useful that you can use for your house, or, you know, look around your house. Shop in your house. Shop in your attic. Shop in your basement. Look and see all the things you have that you can already use and relieve some of your stress. Get rid of it and don't put that burden on your family. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I wanted to ask you guys too. I know some of you enjoy my cooking videos, some of you don't. You know, if you're not a cook, I get it, you know. And I was just wondering if I'm going to continue to do this challenge. But I was wondering if maybe I should change it up a little bit and not show you exactly what I'm cooking, but show you the end result and what I'm eating and how I'm using the foods. So let me know in the comments below what you would prefer, and we'll see. So some of you were saying that when I asked the question about what you would like to see in my videos, Some of you said, actually a few of you said, decluttering. You want to see me declutter. And I do have that planned. As the garden gets done, that's on my list to go back to that. I have been decluttering a little here and there, but not to the degree that I want to. So I do plan on doing videos about that. Some people said they would like to see me paint, which I would love to do again, but I'm a fusser when I paint. You know, I'm not Bob Ross. I wish I could be. I loved Bob Ross, and I think he's so relaxing to watch him paint. But painting for me is not a free-flowing thing. I'm very fussy when I paint. You know, oh, that's not right, and I fix it, and that's not right, and I fix it. So it takes me a long time to do a painting, and unless I did it in triple speed, it would be a very long video. So if I figure out a way to be a little bit more Bob Rossish, I think I might consider that. But so if you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy like the outfit of the day once in a while, let me know that, because that's fun for me to do. And I do like to get dressed up once in a while. I'm not always in my work clothes and my jammies. But, so anyway, yeah, life for me right now, between my garden and my dogs and having no car and my decluttering, has kind of become my full-time job that I'm not getting paid for. So, but in a way I am getting paid for things as I accomplish them. The satisfaction is my pay. So anyway, I think the next thing that I am going to organize, and if you want, I'll film it. If you think, oh no, I don't want to see that, let me know. And I did have a video about decluttering my garage last year, but it's time again, because I put all my gardening stuff in there, and you know, it's got too much junk in there. So I can film the garage declutter. Let me know if you'd like to see that. All right, I'll be back for breakfast in just a little while. Hey, let's have some breakfast, day 170. So, let's see here. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to have some of my tempeh bacon, and I hope it's good. And I'm going to have some of this. This is Walmart bread too, but it's a boule. That was in the freezer. So I'm going to have some bread and some lettuce. I think you know where I'm going with this, right? So I'm going to have a TLT. So I will meet you at the stove. Right, I cooked my tempeh bacon. It tastes good. And I cooked it on 400 for 10 minutes. I wanted a little bit of a char on it. The thinner you cut this, the crispier it's going to get. The thicker pieces are, of course, not so thick. But I'm going to just make a BLT here. And I just have some Walmart bread, and I like to put mayo on both sides. So I'm going to put this together, and I'll be back. Alright, I put a little bit of this Delicioso original bacon flavor on my tomato instead of just salt. So I put that on there. And now I'm going to load it up with some of this tempeh bacon. And I still have a little bit cooking. And so this recipe is just a basic recipe. You can always make it sweeter or more tart, or however you like it best. So this is enough for a couple sandwiches anyway. And I like romaine lettuce on it. All right. So there we have it, breakfast day 170. I'll be back later. Let's declutter something. Time to do a little decluttering. So this is the little storage area in the armoire under my television. And I have some tablecloths and things in there I haven't used in years. So I want to do a little decluttering here. I pulled these out and let's see. This is the before, and let's see what we can come up with when I'm done. All right, let's get decluttering. What is all that stuff flying around? That is weird. Okay, let's do some decluttering. I have these votive holders that I don't need. I'm going to get rid of those. And I have these two lanterns. Now these work. Well, they probably need batteries, but they don't flicker. So I'm going to let those go. I think we could use a little light, huh? All right, let's see. Let's just see what we've got going on here. So I've got this little tablecloth for a round table. I'm going to keep that. It's obviously brand new. I've got this tablecloth. It's also brand new. But I don't really like it. I think this is pretty. Still like this, goes with my dishes, but I don't like this. So that's going in the box. And let's see. These are napkins. Those should go in my dining room. I have lots of linen, not only this. All right. Let's see. I have a lot of lace tablecloths. Oh, this is so hard. I really should use some of this stuff, huh? See, this is what happens. All right, just for the sake of things not getting too long, I don't really like this. I think I'll maybe try and sell some of this stuff. This is an oblong tablecloth. I might use that in the dining room. And these are obviously sets. And I have a lot of placemats. Oh, this stuff is like brand new. I'll keep one set, but I don't know which one yet. All right. The rest of these are DVDs. I'm keeping those. I've already looked through those a while back. So those I'll be keeping. So, all right, I'll show you in a little bit what I decided to keep. Oh dear, this is getting hard. And what I'm getting rid of. Okay, well, I decided I'm keeping 4 of these. And originally, these are brand new. I paid $1.25 for these, and I think I had 10 of them. So I'm going to let these go. There's 6 of these. I don't need 10. So I'm going to let these go. And just to change things up, I'm only keeping 4 of each of these because they all go with my dishes. So these are Sherry Bloom, and 4 of these, 4 of these, and 4 of these. So then I have some placemats to change things up, and this is plenty because I never use placemats, hardly ever. So if I don't use these in the next year or 2, I'll let these go too. All right, stuffed in the back there, I have all these picture holders. I'm getting rid of those. They've been back there for years, and I don't use them anymore. I am going to keep this one because I figured I could use it in the kitchen for a cookbook. So that one I'll keep, but this is going to go. This I'm keeping. Some little lace tablecloth. I'm not ready to let those go yet, but I don't really like this pattern anymore. So I'm going to let that go. And I know they're brand new just about. I've only used them a few times, but that isn't something my kids would like either. So I've got a whole box here just from here. That's going to go. All right, let's see what else I can find. Okay, so that's done. It's all organized again. Whole lot less stuff. This whole box is going to donation. There's a lot of new things in here, but they're things that at one point I thought I would like, and then I didn't use them. So it's things like this that make me want to spend less money, because that's money that I could have put in the bank. But that was from years ago, and I've seen the light. So now I just don't buy a lot of this sort of stuff anymore. And I don't make monetary charitable donations. So this is my way to pay it forward, letting this go and letting somebody else enjoy it. Because I won't use this. I just don't like the pattern anymore. And I know I kept the napkins that are over there, because you can always use napkins. And I did keep 4 of the placemats, but the rest of this has got to go. And then, while I was fooling around in there, I found, and I don't know, the other day I was talking about Tai Chi, and I knew this was in there, but now that I've organized this, I found these books that I've had for, here's a DVD set, a book, and another book. And this one is Simple Reflexology. So I was thinking what I maybe would like to do is once every day or every couple days learn a different Tai Chi pose and then eventually put it all together and do it as an exercise routine. Because I like the thought of moving meditation. To me, walking is like a moving meditation. So anyway, since I'm not working in the garden today, I just didn't feel like it. It's chilly out, it's in the low 60s, but we had a lot of rain last night and everything is really wet. So it would be like planting in mud, and I just don't feel like doing that today. So I thought I would do something else productive. And this is not the first time I've decluttered this. This was loaded with linens and all sorts of things. So this is like the third or fourth time now that I've decluttered this over the last couple years. And sometimes when you're just not ready to let go of something, if you continue to go back to it, sometimes you have a different frame of mind and then you can let it go. So don't just throw in the towel, you know, keep going back to things. And now if I liked this pattern, I could save this material and make other things out of it. I could make pillows or, you know, something for the bed, but I just don't like it anymore. So it's time to let it go. All right, there is my declutter session for the day. And I'd like to at least once a week maybe do a declutter. All right, I'll be back later with some dinner choices. Ooh, that's bright. All right. For dinner, day 170. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just going to finish up these beans and rice. There's not too much left in there. I have a tomato from this morning. And I have this piece of lettuce and this burger from the other day. And I think I'm going to just make a wrap and finish up what I already have cooked. All right. I don't have any sour cream, but I do have ranch dressing. So I'll have some of that. And that's it. Maybe some cheese. Okay, I'll meet you at the stove. I heated up my beans and rice, and I actually have enough for 2 of these burritos. And I cut up the rest of the Beyond Burger with the cheese on it, and I just cut it in a strip. So now I'm going to add some tomato on top, and I hope this isn't going to be too fat to wrap, but it might be. So I'll take half the tomato for this one, and then my little leaf lettuce, I'll put that on there too. Alright, and then I'm just going to add some ranch dressing to the top. Because I don't have sour cream, but I like ranch, and that'll do just nicely. Alright, going to wrap this up. And I'm just going to blitz it for another second or so the tortilla softens up. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more ranch dressing just to the top of this. And I know it doesn't look like much, but here I have a burrito made from prepped food, things I cooked ahead. And I don't have to cook a new meal tonight. Alright, there it is. Dinner, day 170. Alright, let me taste it. Okay, I think one of these will be enough. I'll wrap up the other one and maybe eat that tomorrow. So there's what it looks like. All right. I think it's tasty. So anyway, that's my day today. Did a little decluttering. Tried my tempeh bacon. I liked it. I thought it was good. And having prepped food for dinner. All right, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.